Is there any observations or similar patterns for top performers versus those who are struggling?
That's a great question. I think I've reflected on it a bit. For the most part, I would say they can't. And even for myself, if let's say I was managing a rep directly, I'm not even sure I could understand it just by knowing them or by like having joined a couple calls. That's the beauty of the data. And if you can get the data as granular as possible, the data is not going to tell you what the deficiency is, but it's going to tell you where to look. So like the data is going to tell you if you have an activity issue or you have a opportunity funnel conversion issue, and it's going to tell you where in the funnel it is. And over time, you're going to develop an instinct on data interpretation to know that usually when there's a issue here, it can be one of three things, but it's going to require a qualitative observation to isolate it down. The data is not going to tell me that this person having trouble getting to power versus like developing urgency versus like developing three whys in a pain, right? Like those are three possible outcomes of a diagnosis that would have surfaced as some stage opportunity conversion deficiency. But I've got to like see a couple calls to be able to totally decipher it. And like, I don't know if like most reps are not like, I don't even think I've ever had a math where like a rep was like, yeah, like I came in at 80%. I'm just not getting to power. I don't think I've ever had a rep say that to me. Like they're not getting to power because they don't think it's important probably, or they don't see it. Now, granted, like one of the reasons why I like to run the process where it's not the manager walking into that meeting on the first day of the month and be like, Matt, I looked at your numbers. This is your problem. This is what we're going to do. It's like, Matt, tell me about qualitative observations your month. How'd you do? Matt, here's the numbers on prospecting. Why are you here? Here's the numbers on conversion. Why are you here? Here's the numbers on ACV. Why are you here? It could be good. It could be bad. If it's good, why are you there? What are you doing? I want to learn. I want to teach everyone else to do that. If it's bad, why do you think? And most of the time when they are like, they don't actually get the first answer right. And you, as a manager, this is where you're using a little bit of your persuasive selling skills to be like, do you think so? Because like, I kind of have a hypothesis and I want them to talk me out of it, or I want to like convince them that this is the case, but I want to get aligned.
Yeah, convince me, right.
Yeah, convince me what is. Maybe I missed something. Like maybe you'd have an instinct. But like the reason I like to do that is as you can do that every month or every quarter for a year or whatever, reps can start self-diagnosing their own issues. And like I draw a lot of analogies in like sales and coaching and all that kind of stuff to other aspects of my life. And for this particular one, I do it with therapy. I do it with raising kids. I do it with sports. And in this particular one, this is where I draw an analogy to golf. I take some lessons and I'm terrible at golf. For how much I golf, and I don't like, I should be better, but like I take lessons and the better pros teach me, let's say putting, they teach me the fundamentals of putting. So if I start putting poorly, I can self-diagnose mid-round. And I think that's important for a great rep. They don't have to wait till the monthly or the quarterly review or the next chat with the managers. They can reflect and like they get good at that. And they almost can self-diagnose mid-meeting. So I agree. It doesn't come instinctively, but if we can develop, that's powerful.